Switch special episode, I thought, well, I'll get all you guys on, and that'll be fine then,
For
won't
God's sake, I've died again!
it? Right,
Nub nub.
Stunty, no gaming and recording at the same time.
No, not like you don't ever do that.
I don't. I'm sitting at my PC.
Looking at porn.
Yeah, mature.
Yeah.
Triple X.
I've done it. Oh, I've done it. Finally.
Oh, I
Right.
finally had your love hearts, Webby, actually.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't had those yet.
Yeah, were they special ones you got? Because they've got just married on every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
That's because we're super
Yeah, I
awesome.
came across them today and I was like, oh, still haven't had these yet. Oh, well.
I haven't had them either. Hold on. Give me a second. I might eat them during this podcast.
Ooh.
I still got the can of Coke and bottle of whiskey you gave us as well.
Yeah, I found the whiskey and I was like, results?
So, yeah, it's a bit dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit dusty.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The longer alcohol sits around, the better.
Well, yeah, I'm not drinking this, but I haven't drunk anything for a few days.
Are you
Must be
feeling
something wrong with
okay?
me. No, I just wanted to. Well, I've got a fucking Switch to pay for, haven't I? So I thought if I have a few days off the booze, that takes the sting out a little bit.
If you have a couple of days off the boot, that's like 500 quid. So yeah, it's more than your Switch paid for, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, sorted, man. It's all
Right.
good.
I was going to say, did you go and see Kong Skull Island the other day down at like a premiere event?
Yes, I'll premiere. Yeah, so I came pretty close. I walked past John C. Reilly and I said, "Shake and bake."
All right, what did he say?
I didn't hear me.
You should have screamed out bakes and bakes and hose,
What a
mate.
cunt.
what a cunt! Yes, they all say that to me. Yeah, very true.
No, I don't mean
But yeah,
like
is it the cinema extravaganza that it looks like?
It's good. Yeah, it's good fun.
It looks like a typical cinema film. It's like not.
it is.
on
It's
screen.
it's when Kong's on the screen and starts beating up the big monsters. It's great. It's like it's like a PlayStation 4 game, I suppose, to some extent. But it's pretty cool when that happens. There's a lot of smashing. You see Kong quite early on as well, which is cool.
It's weird because obviously, speaking to one of my mates, he's like, "Oh, what's out the cinema scene?" And I was like, "Well, Kong's out," and I said, "That looks like you have to see it at the cinema type of film."
Yeah, I'd say that.
I'm surprised
Logan's out
more
as well,
studios
isn't it?
don't do that. Yeah,
What's that?
Logan. Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah, I haven't
Must
seen
be
it.
good.
I still haven't seen it. I was going to see it a couple of days ago. I've got to see it probably Wednesday now. So
I had the post-credits scene spoiled for me.
that's only in America. That.
Is it only America?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Not really, because you haven't had it spot them.
Well, yeah, I've seen it anyway, so it's not too bad.
Cool.
Right,
Yeah,
are
it's
you
all
guys
good, man.
almost ready then?
Yeah, better save this shit.
Yeah,
Otherwise, people will moan I'm pressing buttons all the fucking time.
yeah. Hold a minute. Let me just clear my lungs.
Me.
I'm gonna have to shoot around about 8:30, guys. I'm afraid.
That's fine.
That's all right.
Is that
There you
alright?
go.
We'll be,
Yeah,
we'll be
that's
done
cool.
by then.
Smells.
We'll be done by then. Paul, you're playing Legend of Zelda. I can see.
Yeah, I know. So where you were?
I know.
Yeah, we can't see what Alex is playing because he hasn't sent his fucking friends code.
Oh,
no,
Alex, what are you doing?
I've got no internet down there. I've got to sort it out this week. I've got to get a fucking 100-metre cable, which I'm going to sort out this week.
Is it? Has it actually got Ethernet capability?
What?
Does the Switch have Ethernet capability, or is it just
do you mean
Wi-Fi only?
don't you mean Ethernet?
Ethernet.
Well, that's the one. Ethernet.
Lols.
No, it's Wi-Fi. It's
Ethernet.
Wolf-Fi.
It's that well-known rapper Ethernet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, let me save this.
Are we
as well.
streaming it tonight? Because I've got
Streaming
Nathan
right
asking.
now
Yeah.
to like the
Hold on,
two
maybe-
people that are listening.
One of them was
Hello
probably
to our
Nathan.
2 people that are listening.
Let's have a look.
I'm just writing my games I've played down.
I thought you weren't talking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Snipper Knickers.
I'm
Nathan.
going to talk a little bit.
Snipper Knickers.
I've not played much anyway, so it's
Oh.
fine.
How's the masturbating simulator?
Oh yeah, man, I've got to talk about that. I've got a big list of what I've been doing on that. I've been sliding your balls like Clint Eastwood. That's not how I wrote that. Right, oh right, yeah, that's right.
Where's the link?
So I'll get to that in a bit.
Sliding your balls like Cleese Eastwood.
What?
Right, you guys ready to go? Because we've got a bit of a time limit here with
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah, we've only got to 8:30 because
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So go Alex, Paul, Dan, switch. Do we need me to write that down?
No.
Nah, it's fine.
I've only
I'm
played the
lost.
Switch. I've played.
Cool. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello and welcome to Mojo Radio, episode 415 for Sunday, the 5th of March 2017. I'm your host Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 417, and joining me today is...
Alex from Nintendo Arcade.
I've got a new console. It's #1 Stuntmaster.
Oh, I've got a new console. Smash. Whoops. Said my Dan.
I don't. It's Sensei Switch.
Hey, how's it going?
Amazing.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
pretty much all of you have picked up the new Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm feeling like the odd one out.
You are.
He's not.
I was so close to picking one up on Friday because I had loads in stock in Argos, and then the sensibleness in me kicked in, as in the wife, and said no.
We kept showing you pictures, didn't we, as well? So that
Yeah.
kept stirring you
So then I
up.
was thinking of picking up the new Zelda on the Wii U, but then I didn't even bother with that because of the
Did you
games
feel
and
left
money.
out?
I know, but only for one day. I don't feel left out anymore.
No.
I'm sure I
that
will
might
do after this
change.
podcast, though. So,
Oh, what an
Darren, did you not pick up a
exciting day.
Switch?
No, I didn't grab one.
Oh,
No.
I thought you did for some reason.
No, I had one on pre-order, but then I cancelled it
How come?
because Zelda hasn't got a dual audio option.
Oh, fair.
There's hardly any speech in it, mate.
Yeah, but the speech they have got, I'm just going to be sitting there grinding my teeth.
It's oh fucking hell, man, you're mental.
Well,
Oh, we'll
well
get on-
Darren,
we'll
I'm
get on
going to
that later.
recommend a game to you that I picked up today on Xbox Live. Stranger of Sword City. That's all in Japanese with English subtitles, and it's £7.
Is it an indie game?
It's been reduced from £40 to £7 in the sale. Do it.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll have a look at it.
Cool. It's only on sale for one more day, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this week's show is going to be all about the Nintendo Switch. We've got Alex on here and Paul and Dan, who are all massive Nintendo fanboys, so that's a great opportunity for you to discuss the console and tell us about its plus points, maybe some of the negatives if there is any as well. So go for it. I want to hear about it. Make me jealous.
Well, I haven't actually spent that long with the console, really. I mean, I've unboxed it, I've powered it up, and I just wanted to get straight into the game. I was just so excited to play Zelda. I haven't really gone over the console in much detail. The
I
only
went to bed with
problem...
mine.
Did you?
Yeah. I cuddled mine. Cuddled
the
it
problem-
sweetly.
Oh, you got to be careful because if it breaks, you can't transfer your save data to another one.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I nearly had one of those moments this morning, but there we go. I'll tell you about that later.
So, yeah, the only initial problem I've had with it is finding an on and off button, which there isn't really. It's like a sleep mode, isn't it?
No, there is
Yeah.
an on-off button at the top.
What, on the actual console?
Yeah, on the console.
Yeah.
If you look at the top
It's
next to the volume control,
Right,
that is
okay.
actually a proper. That is
Right,
not a
okay.
standby button. That is a main off button.
Right.
Well, you just
So
hold it
is
down. You just hold it down, do you? I'm holding it down now.
Yeah, and also you hold it down for other things
Ah,
because I've had mine locked up.
Revelations.
there we go.
So we've already
You
had a
can,
question in the Twitch stream as well from Mello. Wants to know how much did it cost you?
What, everything?
how much
of
did
the con-
How much did? Yeah, I got Southern Rail to pay for mine.
I've got to pimp my ass off.
If Southern Rail pays for mine, I'll have one.
So yeah, so give us a rundown of the cost of all the stuff that you've bought. Obviously the console, the accessories, the games, etc.
Okay, right.
Go on then, Dan,
280,
you first.
280 quid for a console. £15 for a Hori hard case. Well worth it. What else did I buy? I bought Zelda and I paid £46 for that.
What, the
1-2
normal one?
Switch. Huh? Yeah, the normal
The
one.
normal
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, 1-2 Switch I got for £32, I think. And Super Bomberman I paid about £42 again. So do the math. Anything else I bought? And also some additional games as well. I bought 3 Neo Geo games as well. At
Awesome.
£6.29 each.
It
Yeah.
was really funny about those Neo Geo games because they also came out on the PlayStation and the Xbox this week as well, and it just made me laugh because we were talking about Neo Geo games for ages in the last episode.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think they're listening
They're
to
good.
us,
I kind of forgot how good Neo Geo games are. They're fucking great.
and they still
Yeah.
look good. It's just that pixel art style just really holds up well even
Timeless, mate.
now.
Timeless.
Yeah, yeah, they look awesome.
Anyway.
That shit crazy as well.
Yeah, did any of you get the Pro controller at all?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been using to play.
Did you know there's a hidden message inside underneath? If you apparently move the right analog stick all the way down, there's a little gap between the stick and the plastic. And if you get a light and a magnifying glass, you can make out a little thank you message inside the controller.
Okay.
How someone found that, I've got no idea, but
Tip off.
The Pro controller, I must admit, I'm very impressed with the Pro controller. I mean, I know you've actually played with one already, Alex. At the I've never actually touched one, never felt one, and to actually literally get it in my hands, it feels very much like an Xbox 360 controller and an Xbox One or an Xbox One. Apart from, it's better than the Xbox One because the triggers don't stick out and the thumb bits on the top, not thumb bits, the R1 and L1 buttons, they're really nice and smooth. They've got it. To be honest with you, I think this controller is perfect. I can't find anything wrong with it. The only thing that I would say is a bit annoying, but that's just Nintendo, is that all their button sequence is always different, as in the A is always different to what it is on
A, B, and
A, B, X, Y is always different compared to PlayStation.
Well, they should have put the colours on them. Would have been a lot better, easier, I think. Especially if you're passing the controller to your daughter or whatever, to someone else, and they say what button it is. You just, straight away, you know by colours, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Especially with Nintendo.
Yeah,
you can just say, it's the red button, darling. Just press the red button. Because
the problem with that is that the Joy-Cons go horizontal sometimes, so the colour change goes around as well.
I meant on the Pro controller.
Yeah.
I thought it might have had the same layout as the Xbox One, like ABXY.
No, the thumbsticks on the Pro controller are really nice. They're bigger than the actual main console, and they're really nice. They feel like, I'll be honest, the thumbsticks feel like an Xbox One controller. They've got that little rim edge around them.
Yeah,
the groove, whereas the PlayStation doesn't. And to be honest, the PlayStation, I always feel they always wear out really quick. Whether these do on this, I don't know. We will find out.
What is it with you people and your sandpaper thumbs, mate? I've had 2 or 3 controllers and none of them have ever worn away.
No, they same here.
But the only ones that worn away for me was the original PS4 controllers because the rubber was really crap on those thumb sticks. But they actually sorted them now.
I must just be hard.
That's what she said. Woo!
But no, I will say the thumbsticks on the Pro controller are really nice. They're the same size as an Xbox One or a PS4 controller, whereas the Joy-Con controllers they're slightly smaller. They remind me of a slightly bigger version of the Vita. Would you say that, Dan?
What's that? The
Joy-Con, the actual thumbsticks.
The Joy-Cons. They're better than the Vitas. I wasn't a massive fan of the Vita's joysticks, if I'm being honest with you.
They're all right.
Got a nice. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, these are good. These spring back nicely. I've been playing. Well, I'm not sure. I've been playing both modes. Both main modes, which is the handheld screen with both Joy-Cons attached, and the Joy-Cons inserted into the holder it comes with. So you've got kind of like a makeshift joypad anyway, which is okay. But my favourite mode is the handheld mode, to be honest with you, because it is cool as fuck. It looks awesome as well. The resolution on the screen is fantastic. Playing Zelda on that, laying on back on the sofa with the telly on, it's kind of blowing my little mind, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's mad because I mean, last night I was in bed because Mrs. wanted the telly and I didn't really have anywhere to go that was relaxing, so I sat in bed. I had my phone on one side of me watching the boxing, and then I was playing Zelda with my hands, just playing the game. And
What was that?
Good. I'm glad we cleaned that one up. Paul. Cleared.
It's lucky I didn't have strap-ons on, isn't it?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Move on. No, it's really. I must admit, I'm really impressed with the screen. It's really the details really nice for Zelda, and I'll be honest. Once we get more games for this machine, I mean stuff like Animal Crossing, Mario. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. Just playing it on a handheld, and you can just go out and about wherever you want with it.
Exactly. I mean, if you're at home, and I mean, I've been on the sofa playing, and when the battery life kicks in, I think you get about 3 hours for Zelda. And what you have to remember, you got a high-spec powered console on the size of a tiny tablet. Seriously, you've got telephones probably about the same size of this. And then all you got to do then is just go over to your dock, pop it in your dock, put your HDMI channel on your telly, and it's straight away you're back in the game.
How surprised were you with the size of the actual machine?
I was expecting. Yeah.
Was you expecting to be a bit bigger? Or?
Yeah,
I was expecting. Yeah. Expecting it to be a bit bigger, but now looking at it and getting used to it, it fits perfectly. The only downside I will say is that what I really want on it is the ability to tie on a strap. Somewhere actually on the tablet itself. In case you drop it, I've got one on the Vita, but there's no room for that whatsoever. And the thing is, they seem more concerned about you dropping the Joy-Cons or throwing them out your hands when you're playing that silly fucking party game. Than you are dropping to like a £300 piece of kit.
Wow, I am actually amazed at how small it is. Looking at this unboxing video I just found on YouTube, the dude just put his phone up against the tablet, and it's like literally the tablet's just a tiny bit bigger than his phone. That's crazy.
I think it's just a little bit bigger than an iPhone 7 Plus, isn't it? I think they do the big one. If you took the Joy-Cons off the sides, then I'd say...
Remember those phablets that came out? Like those phablets, like a phone stroke tablet. I knew someone with them.
Like the Galaxy Note sort of thing.
Yeah. It's a fucking stupid phone that you put against your face and it covers up. It gives you the radiation 10 times quicker.
I have a question about the controllers. Can you, because obviously you can get the one with the red and blue, can you choose which side that they go on, or does the red always have to be on the right-hand side and the blue always on the left?
Yeah, they only go one way.
Yeah, both controllers are actually different. They've got different functionality. So one controller will have the home button on, and the other has a capture button.
I did read somewhere someone had forced them on the wrong way, and the only way to get them off is to literally just rip them off the console, and they're fucked then.
Well done.
I don't know how they've done that.
The only thing
it's impossible.
Yeah.
The only thing I've come across with the Joy-Cons, and we had that yesterday when we were playing the 1-2 Switch, is certain games you had to you get an extra bit that you put onto the side of the Joy-Con, which is the strap assembly. And trying to...
I'm glad you said that way.
And trying to get them... This is going to be the sexual innuendo podcast, isn't it, this week?
I'm on. I won't be on next week.
But basically, all I noticed is that they're a little bit fiddly. That was the only thing I noticed with them. There's a little button at the top, which is right underneath the ZL button, and then there's also one at the bottom, which is like it's like a lock catch. And I noticed yesterday when we were playing 1-2 Switch, and one of the modes you have to take these extra bits off. And all I noticed is it was a little bit fiddly, and it was like my daughter was like, "Oh, I can't get it off," and I had to go, and I couldn't get it off straight away because it's quite small. The little catches and the rest of it are all a bit small.
They are. Because you've got big sausages for fingers like I have.
Yeah, big sausages for fingers. I mean, if this is Alex, he'll be using his teeth. Yeah.
Honestly, I can't not get my fingers in there to get to that little button. It's a fucking nightmare, honestly.
I've seen Alex in action. He's an animal.
Yeah, you don't want to have hands like mine, mate. I tell you.
They are. those straps are a bugger to get off.
Yeah.
Say that now.
So
They're a
on the
bit-
video at the moment, it's showing like this controller expansion thing. Does that come with it? It looks like a controller you slide the Joy-Con things into.
Yes.
So
Oh,
this
the
is-
dog,
the
the
grip.
dog face.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dog
Yeah, that's
face
the
thing.
one that. Yeah, that's the rechargeable grip.
Oh, okay.
But it does come with a grip, but that's not a rechargeable one. You can't
Oh,
recharge
right.
the
So what does it-
Joy-Cons on it.
So which one does it come with? Because if you see the video at the moment, it's like they slide on to like a controller thing.
Yeah, it comes with
Yeah.
that, but it's just not chargeable. You just can't charge the
Ah.
Joy-Cons up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks
the
quite
Joy-Con,
cool.
it's not a massive issue because the Joy-Cons will charge automatically off the
Exactly.
tablet.
I mean, I'm
So,
using my
and-
Pro controller. When that runs out, I'll go and use the Joy-Cons or whatever. But I mean, I've been playing it for 4 hours and it hasn't died yet. So,
Yeah, that's good.
you know,
Oh, that's good.
so far. Have you noticed that? Have you tested that yet, Dan? Because I was wondering about because your
that?
commute, how long the battery would last with Zelda running.
About 3 hours. I haven't done on the commute. The commute is it's the maiden voyage tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got the hard case ready to sit down and play for God
Yeah,
knows
it'd be
how long it
interesting
takes
to
to get to work.
know how long it lasts with that.
I think I'll be all right for the commute. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
think I'll be okay.
I've heard that you can plug a battery pack into it if you really want to as well. It will allow you to do that, as in it's just a USB.
Yeah,
You just take the lead with you. So basically, if you go anywhere with it, just buy one of those things that you use for your phone anyway.
Yeah,
know,
you
I
need
mean,
a USB. I think it's joint socket C, something like that, or joint C. I don't know what it's called. I bought one the other day off Amazon for about 6-7 quid. So this charger, you can charge off a charging cradle or brick from that. So that's pretty cool.
Don't trains these days have chargers anyway? Have charging
they
points?
do on
Not
the
on the
tunnels,
shit.
don't they?
Not on the shitty ones I take.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks cool. So, what about the kickstand on the back of the thing? Is that sturdy?
No.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, but it's not
Well,
that bad.
But the trouble is, though,
Paul.
Paul,
Mate.
I mean, a lot of people are going to forget, and I nearly forgot that you've got it out. And when you go put it in a docking station, I can see that quite easy getting ripped off, especially with my
Yeah,
grip.
that's gonna go. That's
Oh,
fucking
definitely.
flimsy as hell. That
Huh?
is really flimsy.
It's only on a wire spring, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
a coil spring.
I haven't pulled it out yet, so there we go.
Yeah.
Pull it out. Yeah, it's
No,
on
thanks.
You can
Ding dong.
you can get a stand for about tenner. It cradles your tablet, so your stand doesn't flick off.
If you flick it
Yeah.
out, you
Yeah.
can stick your SD card underneath it.
Is that where the SD card goes?
Yeah, that's where I put mine.
It's a very high tech piece of kit,
Oh, I see.
and I feel
So-
like it's not a kid's toy whatsoever.
No, it's
and I think you're gonna have trouble with kids getting hold of it for sure, and sort of ramming it in the docking station. I mean, some people have already said that they've scratched their screen already. I mean, you've got to be bloody ridiculous to do that, but.
I don't understand how you
No.
can scratch your screen just by
Well, they-
sliding it in the dock. That doesn't
Well,
make any
Because
sense.
people are fucking idiots. Let's just say that.
If
Well,
you
basically,
put
they grab
if you
it, they'll
put it in
slam
and
it
push
in.
it in forwards, I can see
Yeah.
how you can do it. So
It's.
I'm
if
sure
you see in the
someone will-
adverts,
I was going to say, I'm sure someone will put like a really thin, like little felt cloth or something on one side of the station to protect the screen as it slides in. Or something.
Yeah. I've got a feeling people will just go what it says on the adverts, just rip it out, shove it in, go with the flow.
Yeah, but when it slots
Yeah.
into the dock, like it has to click into like this little port inside, doesn't it, for it to actually do it?
It kind of hovers over. It's quite easy. To get it in,
Yeah,
so to speak. It does
Yeah.
waggle around a little bit.
it doesn't feel like a click clunk connection, does it? I
No,
mean,
it doesn't.
no. It's. I mean, to be honest, with you, the weird. I don't know if you had this, but when you got your Switch and you first turned it on, did you? And I don't know if this is just me, but I had the handheld in my hands, and basically, I don't know why. I just thought it was going to come up on the screen on the main
yeah,
telly.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, and I felt weird. It felt really odd at first. I was like, it doesn't feel right. And then I put it in
Yeah.
the slot, and then I took the Joy-Cons off, and then it felt, and then I realised that that's how it works. But that initial first time ever using it, it was like, a bit strange. The cartridges are quite small, aren't they? Does your Zelda cartridge rattle?
Yes.
No.
Mine does.
Oh, it does rattle. Right, mine it's got a little rattle on it. I've noticed.
Have you licked it? I've licked mine.
No, I haven't been. Is it bad?
It's not. I don't know. It's just people overreacting. It's probably just the paint on it.
So the news actually that they said is they actually spray all their cartridges with something that's horrible to taste to stop kids eating the cartridges.
That's going to stop, and they eat all sorts of shit.
I heard that the wraps that you can buy to put over the Joy-Cons are bad because it actually takes there's something off the actual Joy-Cons. It takes off if you remove them.
Yeah.
Don't use the wraps.
People, is that the where people decorate them with kind of weird characters like carrot leaves and naked women?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to take something of the not the vibe.
Why would you do that to a console?
Have you played Zelda with just the Joy-Cons yet? Then separated. No. Have you noticed any lag at all?
Yes, sort of.
You have.
Yeah, I've noticed it when I'm sitting on the sofa, and if you move a bit closer to the console, it's fine. But the left does fade out from time to time. If, for example, or if you like move your leg, you cross your legs and you're playing, or you move a bit further away, looking at about a distance of about 8 foot.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying that Bomberman, they're having a bit of issue with that, and I think the Konami said they're going to put an update, a patch out for it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a software issue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, today hasn't been a problem, to be honest with you. The day before yesterday, when I was getting used to the console and sitting a bit further away from it, it was I ended up running around in circles and shit. But,
do you know what it is? It's your goldfish bowl.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've heard about this. It's goldfish bowls.
Yeah.
Too many people
paint the aquariums.
And they've got the microwave. I'm sorry, but you can't leave your microwave next to the TV. You need to move it away from it. I mean, who the fuck has a microwave?
We had all this with the Wii, though, didn't we? Do you remember all this shit that came out with the Wii and the controllers? Don't do this with it, don't do that. People got on fine with it in the end, didn't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you work it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen really this last week or two just negative story after negative story about, and it's like, come on, just because you're not getting one on launch, just I know, people have got to be aware of making an informed decision. But so far, I've been happy with my purchase. Haven't found any, terrible issues with it. Just because you scratched the screen by being a numpty. Doesn't mean I'm going to.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much hate out there. It's unbelievable. I just don't get it. Yeah. I do not get it. I don't understand it whatsoever.
They just don't want to buy a new console to play Zelda. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you already have a Wii U, you can play Zelda anyway. So.
but
not many people do.
but going back to the actual unit itself, it's as Alex said, it's nicely made. I haven't had any issues. I have had a lock-up on it, though, once. My daughter this morning, she was playing Snipper Knickers, and which is
Don't say that around her, do you?
No, I don't.
Snipper Knickers. Oh, my God.
But basically...
on, darling. Jesus.
I can't remember what it's called now. What is the proper name for it called? Oh,
Snipper Clips.
Snipper Clips. It was there's a free demo on it on the actual store, and she was playing that this morning, and she come running in the room. She says, "Daddy, the console doesn't, it's locked up." So I had a bit of a panic. It was like, and I couldn't get it to do anything at all. The screen was just stuck on the main dashboard. So I ended up using the button on the top, held it down for about 10 to 15 seconds, a bit like what you used to do on the Vita, and then it just turned itself off, and then I turned it back on. I then had a panic mode because I then put it back in the cradle, and it wouldn't come up on the screen. I was like, oh shit, what's happened to this now? So I took it out the cradle, and then I put it back in the cradle. Then I looked at the cradle, and the cradle was showing the picture. So because what happens is when you put it in the cradle, it normally goes blank, because it then goes up onto normal screens. I thought, what's going on here? So I pulled the HDMI lead out the back, plugged it into a different socket. I thought, what's going on here? Then I realised that I turned the actual power adapter off for the cradle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's why it didn't work. Turned it back on again. Maybe that's why it locked up. I don't know. Something happened there. And then it worked fine after that. But just, there we go. So.
Cool. So anything else about the Switch you guys want to talk about? Look, some of the games you're playing, obviously. Well, talk to us, man. Zelda. Tell me about Zelda.
What about Zelda? What would you like to know about Zelda?
Is it better than Ocarina of Time?
I can't say that at the moment, but I've put I took Friday off and I got Zelda about 2-3 in the afternoon, and since getting home on Thursday evening, it took me 48 hours to leave the house. So I spent all of Friday, rest of Friday, most of Saturday. I popped up to the shop to buy some crisps and some ice cream, and I came back and I played some more Zelda.
So it's got to be good to have you hooked on it for that long, mate. You know, I mean,
it's if you played Zelda before, it's the classic kind of here you go off on a quest. You got fuck all. Go and see this, discover your destiny. Go to these dungeons, these areas, and so forth. So the basic structure is there. But what they've done is phenomenal. It's like a whole living, breathing world. I mean, it's huge for a start. If you were to think about how big like San Andreas is in Grand Theft Auto 5, you're looking at something on that scale. I'd say easy. The landscapes. You're walking along a meadow, and there's individual blades of grass blowing around everywhere. Wildlife everywhere. It is literally they chuck you out. It is a massive scavenger hunt at first because you pick up sticks, branches that break easily when you go into combat. Slowly but surely you get some more kits. You start learning new things like cooking foods and get elixirs. It's like Skyrim, but like Zelda crossed with Dark Souls. Best description you can probably call it.
Yeah, it does have some Dark Souls element to it, I would say, because I'll be honest, you can come across a certain enemies in it, and they can just destroy you straight away, and you're like, okay. And then the other thing as well is that because there's different ways to go to different things. I mean, the issue I had at the beginning of the game was I came out and I sort of didn't go to where I should have gone. Really, I went to somewhere completely different, and I must have spent about 2-3 hours wandering around and realised, because I even got to this certain shrine that is actually a shrine that you actually use in the game. I got to it and it didn't do anything. It wouldn't do anything at all because I actually hadn't got to another bit before that to actually get that shrine to open. So what happened is I spent 3 hours wandering around.
So basically, when you left the cave, when it was quite obvious you went in some direction, you said, "Nah, fuck it, I'll go this way."
yeah, I went right. Well, because I got.
But that's the great thing about the game, though, isn't it? I mean, as soon as you walk out, you've woken up from this sleep that you've been in for 100 odd years, and you walk out, and there's just this massive vista, and it's the way it's drawn. Immediately, I just thought this is going to be a classic, a timeless classic, because it's like a painting. And it's so epic. As soon as you walk out onto that cliff, it reminds me of Lord of the Rings, actually. The task that's set before you reminded me of Lord of the Rings. You see the volcano in the background, the big eye type thing. And that's where you've got to get eventually. But you've got this whole world beneath you. You're looking down on, you're thinking, bloody hell, this is huge. So, Paul, you just going off in that direction. That's the first thing I wanted to do. But you have to go and do the little trials to begin with, the 3 shrines, which are quite simple, but it just gets you into the game, and the atmosphere and the music. Oh my God, especially in those shrines, that really sent shivers up my spine. I was like, wow, this is cool. Oh man, and then I love the fact that it's not holding your hand either. Like Skyrim, sword was just like, you start off in the village, you've got to go and speak to him, got to speak to. We're fed up with all of that. You want to sort of do it your own way. Yeah,
fetch quests. It doesn't feel like that.
There's hardness. There's a couple in there, but nothing major. It's everything that you do. It has a purpose. It's different. It feels as if you don't have to do it.
Well, some of those bokoblin fights, some of them are rock hard as well. You've really got to tactically. You can see the campfires that they've got, and they're strategically placed on trees, and they've got campfires, and you can get onto the top of the hill, get a boulder, push it down, or
it's like Metal Gear Solid 5, that bit, isn't it?
You can get like a bow and arrow. I've managed to get these bombs that I can put on the end of my arrow now, so I can just shoot in at this camp and just blow a load of them up. Oh mate, it's absolutely awesome.
Have you come across the Guardians yet? Alive?
One of
A
them,
couple,
but I
yeah.
didn't last long. Yeah.
Oh, I've come across 2 so far, and basically, yeah, they're like 8-legged, like
the
like
machines from the past,
machine
aren't
spider, aren't they? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
they're these things that are what's causing.
So the ancient civilization which controlled these machines 100 years ago, they've now been taken over by this calamity Ganon, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually against you now, and you've got to find the 4 guardians that made these or controlled these creatures to get them back onto your side. So that's the point where I've got at now. I've got to find these 4 guardians.
Yeah.
To get control of these machines back. Have you done one already?
I've done one already. It was.
Have you got a horse
epic.
yet, Dan? Have you?
I've nicked a horse and then it chucked me off.
I've managed to tame one now. They're quite easy once you get the hang of it.
I've not had a horse yet.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And you can jump off the horse, and you know the bow and arrow. You can it does like a Matrix slow motion effect, which is really cool. So when you're climbing up. Yeah, so when you're climbing up rocks, you've got that little meter that goes down.
Yeah.
It's the same when you're in the air. It goes into slow motion, so you've only got so much time to pull the string of the bow before it runs out.
Horse hunting. I've been killing a lot of animals and getting their steaks and cooking them.
You've done a lot of cooking. See, I missed the pot in the beginning. I couldn't work out. I thought I had to find a pot.
Yeah, I haven't done the cooking yet. I don't know how that works, the cooking.
Right at the beginning, Paul, there's a guy, the old man. You've got to find him. He gives you a quest, and he gives you a recipe to do. Once you get the recipe, he gives you the clothing for you to climb up that mountain in the cold. But I ended up just bombing it up there.
I didn't know. I missed all of that.
Yeah,
so did I. I missed it too.
Yeah, right at the beginning. You get the clothing to go in the cold.
Yeah,
I don't get that at all.
Because that's the other thing as well. Certain areas and certain places, if you go, there's like a certain area where it's quite cold, and if you go into that, you don't.
Your temperature goes down.
Yeah, your temperature goes down very, very quickly. I mean, what I noticed, one of the bits, I had to go there to go to one of the towers, and I went in there, steamed in there, my stamina dropped down, and then I realised there was all these goblins all around this fire. So what I done is I steamed into their base, used some fire arrows, threw one of them out there, blew one of them up, and then I then got into the area where the fire was, so I could keep warm, and then I just kept fighting them there, so at least I didn't die.
Yeah. Have you made any potions yet?
No.
So you can make potions which give you resistance within the cold. So if you've got to bomb it up a hill, you can make a little potion up that will give you a bit of resistance against the cold, and gives you more stamina. And also you can make potions that make you run faster. It's a deep game. It really is.
Yeah.
There's so much to it. My only problem with it is that. Oh. Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, you go.
No, I was just going to say the only annoyance I have found is the weapons depleting, breaking down all the time. I'm getting a little bit fed up with that, but I have found someone who's given me another allocated slot for weapons. There's a little quest you can do. You can get more slots for your weapons. You can carry more weapons.
Right.
Yeah, because I did get a bit fed as well.
Did you? Yeah, I got a little bit fed up with that, but I guess we need to find the Master Sword, don't we? Which I haven't found yet.
Wait for that.
The other thing I've noticed as well is the more stuff you carry, because this is the other thing with this game as well. There's actually on the screen, there's actually a little gauge, and it tells you how much noise you're making as you're going around the map.
Yes.
So basically, if you go into like an enemy section, you can go into stealth mode and then it's quiet. But if you actually look at your gauge, if you start running along or moving quite fast, you can.
I'll tell you something funny, mate. I was doing that stealth. I went into this camp. One of my quests was to kill these 7 bokoblins and his gang leader. And I pressed the whistle button by mistake. and which is easily done because you can bring all that up on the D-pad, can't you? And the whistle is actually for your horse. Once you've got a horse, you can call your horse back with the whistle if you're not too far away from it. But also it attracts attention from all the others. So I was suddenly doing really well. I was creeping right up in the camp. Then I pressed the button and they just all surrounded me and killed me. And honestly, some of them are so strong. One hit and you're dead. You know.
You need to rank up your kit. You do that by finding a certain place. So once you've done that, it becomes a little bit more straightforward.
Oh, what clothing? You mean your armor?
Yeah, clothing. Yeah, I've ranked up most of my armor already. So.
So how are you making money? Because I'm not making much money.
Selling shit. Selling loads of shit, basically.
Like what? Like
peddling your wares.
Or...
anything I'll get my hands on, really. Or you can make food and you can sell that for more money if you need to.
Right. Okay.
Or you just pick up loads of bogoblin stuff. You know, all the guts and the horns that they drop on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just peddle that in. Just grab everything you can and just sell
I'm
it.
a bit of a hoarder. I've been
Just like real life, then.
Yeah. If I were you, top tip, just basically go out and just go to a cooking pot and use as much as you can to create useful stuff and sell the rest.
They've not got any carpets where we can buy some stuff and flog it on.
Well, there is what's his name's in it, isn't he? The character in all the Zelda, the guy with the rucksack selling you shit. What's his name?
With the creepy face.
Beedle.
Yeah, I come across Beedle.
Yeah, he's made it back in it.
Has he got one hand bigger than the other?
He's not so mutant in this one, actually. He's a bit more normal.
He's still got a silly face, though.
Yeah, but there are some weird-looking characters in it. But this is what I love. It's so Japanese, isn't it? And the cutscenes, absolutely incredible. But I wanted to go back actually and watch them again, but I haven't been able to open that yet. Have you? Can you go back and watch any of the cutscenes yet?
I usually go up to some of the characters I've spoken to, and they'll just tell me the story again.
Yeah, but like the big story cutscene they showed you right at the beginning when you pray, you make that you pray, don't you, to that statue?
Just starting your game, your game up, job done.
Yeah. Well, I don't really want to do that, but I thought because there is slots there. If you go to the menu, it's got all the cutscene slots, but they're not open yet. So I just wondered,
maybe when you finish the game, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm having a look right now.
But the blood, have you seen the blood moon's cool as well, isn't it?
Yes. There's so many nice little touches in this game. To be honest with you, it's there's little things you're finding. I'm just listening to you guys, and I'm hearing that I could have had a horse by now, and I haven't got one.
Yeah.
I've got, as I said, some of the things like kind of meat in the middle. It is a refreshing game because it feels like Zelda, but it doesn't limit you like previous Zeldas have, and you are literally free to go and explore. I mean, at the moment I'm working on my second Guardian, but I've had to go and do some other quests because I need to have some more tools in order to progress it. So I've gone into little areas. I found a Colosseum in there somewhere with a fucking evil fucker who will basically take you down, and different parts of the world. And I've covered about a quarter of those.
And have you noticed at night time things change as well?
Yeah. There's little things come out, little different.
Well,
I've
actually got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? And I read on it actually. He said if you don't carry your sword around when there's thunder and lightning about, because you'll get struck by it. And I was like, what? So I had to put my sword away.
Yeah, that's happened to me as well.
Incredible.
I've had if you go up towards the volcano when it's too hot, your wooden equipment burns, which is quite useful. If you've got a shitty club, just let it catch on fire and chuck it.
Paul, if you haven't got the clothing to reach the top of the mountain in the cold, you can just light a torch, which warms you up as you're walking around as well.
What about the food? Where'd you get the pot from then?
Well, the pots are under the fire, don't you? The pots are under the fire. So when you go into your inventory, you've got all your food there.
Yeah.
You don't just put one in the pot. You can gather 3 or 4 items in a clump and chuck them all in, and it becomes either a potion or a meal. The meals do different things.
Can you kill everything that's out there then? Can you kill the wolves and foxes?
Yep. Yeah. You can,
because I'm not allowed. My daughter said you're not killing any foxes.
But I'll tell you one character I did meet. She was just like a lady on a path, which I thought was just a friendly. I was going to have a chat with her. Yeah. And it was night time, and she just suddenly turned into this demon and just killed me like that.
All right.
Did you get that?
No. Yeah, I've had that. I've had a few of those, and I slayed them.
You slayed them?
Yeah, they're powerful enough now.
Right, okay,
So-
yeah, I haven't been able to do that. I just thought, no, I'm not going to talk to you again.
They always drop a bunch of bananas as well for some reason.
Have you
Yeah,
come
they
across
can't-
Have you come across the rock monster?
Yes, I tried to have a go at him earlier, and I'm like, this isn't working.
It's very Shadows of Colossus, that bit, because you have to get up on him. You have to climb on him, and on the top of him that's where his health is. There's like a little rock bit there. And what you have to do is you have to smash his rock on the top of his head, and that's what then starts to deplete him. There's no point just doing him from a distance. You've got to climb onto him.
Have you killed him?
No.
Okay.
There's something with the horses. When you jump on a horse, you have to. It took me ages to figure it out. You have to press the L button on the left side just to keep patting the horse to calm him down. I thought you just had to hold it down, but you have to keep tapping it, and that will calm the horse down eventually, and you can tame it. So
Cool.
yeah,
I'll do
pretty
that.
cool.
I'm
Yeah,
going to go horse hunting later.
and there's different types of horses as well. The spotted ones are a lot harder, so you've got to just go for a plain black or brown horse, which is like the beginner's horse, if you like.
If they play up, I'll just shoot them with an arrow and then cook their steaks.
As you can see, the game is very deep. It's a lot deeper than any of the other Zelda games I've ever played, in my eyes. And I'm loving it. I mean, to be honest, I got the Switch and I haven't played the PlayStation or the Xbox or anything. To be honest, all I played is the Switch.
Yeah. And the one
That's
thing
because
I
it's
was
your new
worried
toy.
about Paul, was with Zelda were we going to lose the puzzle solving, the dungeons that I love in Zelda, which made that game for me? Are they going to sacrifice that for this open world and try and make it like a Skyrim? But they haven't. I mean, those first few trials were pretty simple. They're starting to get really hard, and mate, I've got the magnet that magnetizes metal objects.
Yeah, I've got that.
You've got the freeze. So I'm in this.
Yeah, I got the magnet, the freeze, the bombs. There's 5 I've got overall.
So have you been in that one? We've got like this sheer face of water, and you've got to freeze parts of the waterfall to make steps up to get to the top. Have you done that yet?
I've done one of the water ones, but it wasn't freezing. It wasn't that hard to do. Maybe there's another one to do after that. So I've done one of them.
What I liked about it, the puzzle was down to you, how to create your way out of it. It wasn't like a puzzle, there's only one way out of here. It was a puzzle that you had to make up the answer to, if you know what I mean, to get out of it. And I really did like that. I thought, this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I've just done the wind one, which is where you've got to use your...
Yes.
And that's a pain because I keep wandering off, and that's why I kept dying. So I've just done it, though.
There's a little chest on the other side with a claymore sword in that shrine, which is a bastard to get, but I did manage to get it in the end. You have to run and jump to get that.
But it's good. It's very good, but still early days at the moment, so
So I'm not giving too much away.
No, don't give too much away. But all I'm saying, obviously, a lot of people were moaning about the Switch launch not having very many games, but obviously
doesn't need it. People
buying the Switch are obviously going to be massive Zelda fans anyway, and Zelda being a massive game anyway, I don't see you wanting to play many other games anyway.
I think Nintendo want to give third parties a chance as well. What's the point of bringing all their first party games out, and then no one's going to buy the third party games because everyone's going to be buying Zelda, so they're not going to make any games for it. Do you know what I mean?
I think the balance is right. I had some people around earlier who showed them the Switch, and we've been playing Bomberman with the 2 Joy-Cons, and it's great. I mean, you've got some people there who played Bomberman back in the day, and they were loving it. It's a good sit down, and you can immediately see how Nintendo are placing this. You've got your solo experiences, and then you've got your core multiplayer in a room all together playing, the same game. And end of next month we've got Mario Kart. And the more and more people that see this and see how easy it is and portable it is, I think this isn't going to be another Wii U. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like someone rings you up, we're having a party, and it's like, you couldn't bring your Switch down, could you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was saying because I was at work on Friday, as an example, loads of people were saying that they're getting theirs delivered today, and what they're going to do on the lunch breaks at work is all bring their Switches in and then just have some multiplayer sessions.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just put the
Yeah.
tablets down with the kickstand out, hold the controllers and play. I think that's pretty cool. So
Is Bomberman worth getting?
On the strength of the fun we've had today, yeah. If you've got enough people want to play, it's going to be to the point where I'm going to have to get another pair of Joy-Cons at some point.
Blimey.
Just so that
getting expensive then.
Yeah, 70 quid. Yeah, no, 70 quid you could afford, but at the same time, and it's in a week or in a month or two, I'll probably get them. But when Mario Kart comes out, you're going to 4-player classic Mario Kart round the telly. And although I love Mario Kart 8 when it first came out, racing online was fun. I'd still miss that sit down with your mates kind of attitude where there's nothing better than and then I think this is where Nintendo are going to succeed with this, in that the sit down multiplayer. We've all got to go online, and I think gaming as a whole, though it's become fantastic, it's going in a direction where it's 4K, it's interconnectivity, and as a result, we've got more and more people spending more and more time gaming alone and online. Let's bring gaming back out into the forefront and let other people involved, because everyone knows Mario Kart, everyone knows what else is coming. Bomberman to some extent, lesser degree, but give it a bit of time. I think the way they've spaced out the releases this year as well is perfect. Get the early adopters on board, get to show the kit out and about in the fields, because the way this system's going to be sold is people using it out and about on the commute, in offices, taking it around with them. That's how it's going to succeed. I mean, I think they're on. I think the marketing at the moment has been bang on. A little bit too cool for my liking, but then again, we're all old fuckers now, and it's kind of aimed for that like 20 something kind of crowd. Yeah. This isn't just a kid's toy. I mean, as we said earlier, the kit is high spec, high grade. There's a couple of issues on there which I think if you give it to a kid who was a little bit clumsy, to look after it, there's going to be tears before bedtime. I'm a little bit cautious of that, but we'll see.
Mate. It's the advertising, I'd say, is good out there, but I have noticed though, because I went to my local Tesco's and Sainsbury's and they didn't have any marketing or any of them in there at all.
Oh, really? Because my Sainsbury's down the road isn't very big, and they had a Switch in there, and they had all the games up on the shelf and stuff. Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange, because as I said, I went to the main Tesco's, Tesco's and Sainsbury's, and didn't have anything at all. And basically, it was only in the Sainsbury's they had an Argus, and I went into the Argus because it's one of these where you normally you go onto the computer to do it all on there. And they didn't have any games because they said they had to order them in, but they did have the case because that's what I was after, the Nintendo case, which I got, which was quite bizarre. That they
didn't get the limited edition then, Paul, did you?
What case?
Of Zelda.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got the limited edition Zelda.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, with the statue. I've not even opened that actually yet.
Because there's a Master Sword edition as well, which the Americans got with a case, with like the Zelda case in there. It's going for silly money now. You seen that?
Yeah, it's got a little sword in the rock, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the Zelda with it's in the rock. I got the book yesterday. That came yesterday, the collector's edition book. That's really nice, that is.
Yeah.
Which is the guidebook. And also got all the amiibos.
Send us a picture of that book, mate.
Stunty, can I ask you a serious question? How much did you spend? Because I know you've just moved house, so money must be a little bit tight. Well, how much have you spent? You must have spent about 600-700 quid.
Yeah, most probably. Yeah, there's also there's also a bit of a cock up as well at the moment, which is really annoying. Basically, when I bought the amiibos, I couldn't find them for love or life anywhere. So basically, I went on to Game.
Oh, big mistake.
And the only way I could get the amiibos is if I buy it with the game. But I didn't really want the game, because I'd already got the game, as in I had the special edition version. So what I thought I'd do, I thought I'll order the amiibo set, get it with the game. As soon as I get it, I'll put the game straight on eBay and just get rid of it. Guess what happens? It turns up, and they didn't put the game in the box. So I then had to spend an hour onto the phone trying to get through to Game, because Game also had a big serious fuck up on Friday, as none of their deliveries went out for the Switches, did they?
Right.
So for some reason. So in the end, after spending an hour on the phone, I got through to some woman and said to her, look, it's my word against yours. I've received the amiibos. We haven't put the game in there. And she said, "Oh, it's got to be DPD. They must have taken it out." I said, "Well, they couldn't have done because it was sealed, you know." So, and in the end, I've actually got an email back from them, and they didn't send me an email. They just said that your Switch version of Zelda has been dispatched to you. So as soon as I get it, I've got to stick it straight on eBay just to get rid of it, to try and recuperate some of the money back.
Well, I ordered Switch, but I accidentally ordered 2. And then when I went on there and looked at how much I was spending, I thought, well, that's too much. It can't be right. So then I looked through everything that I'd pre-ordered, and I see that I've got 2 Switch games down. So I cancelled one. All this stuff turned up Friday, and none of them turned up. So I didn't get 1-2 Switch.
So talk to me about this 1-2 Switch game, because it's like 40 quid. A lot of people have said, it's meant to be bundled. It should have been bundled in with the system. And do you look like a complete twat when you're milking the cow?
Yes.
I mean, I've got a list here of some of the games I played.
Go on.
I mean, right, okay. So I put on it the eating game. Okay.
What the fuck?
That looks like fun.
Now, what you do with the eating game is you get one of the Joy-Cons and you put it up near your mouth. Okay?
Yeah.
And what you do is you hold it near your mouth and it says, open your mouth. Okay, so you open your mouth, and the aim of the game is you get like 30 seconds, and you have to pretend you're chomping on a sandwich. So what you'll see is on the main TV, you'll see a sandwich. Okay, and what you do is every time you open and close your mouth in a quick succession, the actual on the main screen it starts chomping some of the sandwich down. So it's how many sandwiches can you do in 30 seconds? My daughter was useless. She did 2.5 sandwiches. I did 9.5, so I must have a really big mouth. So I was quite proud with that one.
This sounds shit, mate.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's very cheesy, this game. It's very, very... The little intro videos that they show you of what you've got to do, they are terrible. I mean, they're what the outfits they're wearing, the way they sort of smile at you with their, the way they open their mouth, and they look like complete cunts. Sorry to say it, but they just do. They look terrible. I mean,
it's amateur dramatics, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the milking the cow I did, which was basically jerking.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it's all right. It's like jerking your cock off, isn't it? Really. So, and then
mate.
and then you've got sliding your balls. Oh no, sliding your balls like Clint Eastwood. No, sorry. Sliding your balls gun game, which is basically where you're holding this ball, this Joy-Con in your hand. I nearly said holding your balls then. It's where you're holding the ball in your hand. And you've got to think how many balls there is in this. Now you play this, Alex, and I don't know. I wasn't as impressed as this as you were. So
I wasn't. Well, what I was trying to get to was that I was impressed with the actual Joy-Cons itself and the tech that was inside them. The actual game I could see was just a silly mini game like WarioWare. It's like a WarioWare with little mini games inside. But I can see what they're aiming at, trying to show you what these. It's like a fucking tech demo, really. That's all it is. But I was more impressed with what it could do. Do you know what I mean? The actual game itself. I quite like the safe game. Have you played that? Where you've got to turn the safe round.
Yeah.
But again, it's party game, isn't it? Christmas time, you've got your mum and dad round. Oh, let's play something. Let's play 1-2 Switch on, a bit of fun. So you might get a couple of hours out of it, and that's all it's intended for, really. But, it's showing you what they can do, and I was really impressed with those Joy-Cons.
I played a game earlier with Faye, and we sat down cross-legged, and I had to hold the Joy-Con in the palm of our hand, and the first one to flinch lost.
That could go on for ages.
Have you done shaking the fizzy bottle and pass it on?
No, the thing is, when you start playing it, you only have about 5-6 games available to you. And we got through most of them, and because they're rated by Chili's of how intense they are.
Oh yeah, I've done that straight away.
There was a couple of 4 or 5 ones there, and we're like, fuck that shit. We just knackered ourselves out playing table tennis.
Yeah.
So
it's 28 games overall.
Yeah, it should have been. It definitely should have been packed with the console itself. But I think they probably run out of money with everything. And I think they admitted that as well.
That's all right. So about £1.30, £1.40 a game. It's all right.
Yeah, yeah. But the options there. You don't have to buy it, do you? I didn't buy it. Do you want to buy a copy?
Well, not only that, you'll probably find if you go to pick up a console in the next few months or so, they'll probably most shops will probably bundle that in with it anyway.
So have you
Especially
noticed
around
any-
Christmas, I think.
I'm going to go down to CEX, I think.
So you played it, Dan. You played Zelda with the Joy-Cons. Did you notice any HD rumble within the game? Because I haven't done that yet with Zelda. You have?
There is a little bit, yes. It's nothing major. Remember when bobs go off and so forth. So.
But they haven't used that within the game of any puzzles yet, as such.
No, none of that.
No.
They've done it previously in previous iterations of Zelda, haven't they? I'm trying to think which ones where it's it kind of rumbles to tell you where things are and so forth.
Yeah.
There's a couple of there's a mode on not mode when you're near a shrine. I'm not sure. It's not really a spoiler, but there's something that the will activate to beep and rumble, when you're nearby one. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did no one else get any other games in? Is that it? Just Bomberman and 1, 2, 3?
No. I got two. I got one of them I haven't played, but my daughter played it, and that was the farming simulator game that was on there. It was like
what's it called again?
I don't know what it was called. Where are we? Where's my console? I can't remember.
You've got I Am Setsuna's out, haven't you? Which is like a little RPG game.
Well, that's been out on the PS4 and PC for ages, though, isn't it? So
has it? What's that like then, Webby?
I don't own it on the PS4. I picked up on the PC a little while ago, but I've not actually played it yet. From the videos, it looks like an old school top-down RPG, but the reviews say that it's basically the whole game is set in a snowy wasteland and it gets a bit repetitive after a while, which is one of the reasons why I've not actually played it yet. But if you're into those old school turn-based RPGs, apparently it's pretty good, which is why I've got it.
I have seen videos actually that a few people have put up where they basically change some settings on the machine and you can go straight onto the Japanese eShop or whatever it is and download some Japanese demos. I think Dragon Quest Heroes 2, you can download a demo for that. The Japanese one.
Well, I pre-ordered the Disgaea limited box.
Cool.
I think that's going to be pretty cool.
That's a massive game you can play forever almost.
Yeah. Did you order the amiibos? Because I gave you the link, didn't I?
I did, Paul. As soon as you gave me the link, I ordered them and they arrived yesterday. And I haven't opened them yet. I tried to see if I could get them to work in the box.
You got me. I'm trying my trick
taking them out. It doesn't work, does it?
Isn't there like a strip you have to pull off the bottom of them to? Yeah.
The Guardian's quite heavy, isn't it?
Oh, they're absolutely beautiful. Best amiibo yet by far. The box art, the figurines. Even though I haven't taken them out, you can see the detail on there. It's incredible.
Are you removing yours then? Are you? Or are you going to keep them in the box?
I don't know. I mean, I'm quite cool.
The game in question was called Frontiers Days.
I just looked at it. It looks shit.
Well, I'll be honest. My daughter's been playing it for 2 days solid. Basically, from what I've seen of it, because I haven't played it myself, it's like a top-down sort of game sort of 3D style game, like Civilization, where you start up a farm and a village and the rest of it, and then you get bears come and attack your village, and you've got to do defenses, and you've got to build your houses up, and you've got to do farming and stuff like that, really. And from what I've seen of it, I mean, it looks like it's pretty basic. It does use the touchscreen as well if you want to use it, so you can use your finger on the touchscreen itself, as well as using your thumbsticks. And it's all right. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it was £9, which wasn't much.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that Master Blaster. That looks really cool. It's like an old school Commando style retro game, isn't it? Have you seen that?
No, I've not seen it. I did pick up Neo Shock Troopers, which remind me of a little bit of a Commando style game, and I quite enjoyed that. I did
Shock Troopers, yeah, that's classic.
Yeah, I never played that back in the day. To be honest, I've never played any Neo Geo games back in the day. I missed that whole era of, well, not missed the era, I just missed playing them.
That's a good two-player as well. Yeah.
But
so anyway, is that all the Switch games you played? Then any other new? What else came out? Was that it? Pretty much.
So Neo Geo stuff. That's about it, really.
Yeah. So overall, what's your impressions of the console then? Just for those people that are over on the fence or haven't picked one up, or may pick one up later on in the year, or whatever.
If you're a Zelda fan, definitely go and get it now because definitely worth playing.
Is
It's absolutely epic.
there much difference between that and the Wii U version?
Don't know. I'm not opening my Wii U version.
I think it's probably just stuff like draw distance and loading times and things.
Yeah, I heard the loading times are slightly, and also the other thing is you can play it off the main telly.
Yeah,
So
true.
that's an instant hit straight away. I mean, if you're on the fence, I mean, I know Euthanasia did put a little question up the other day to me. He said, "Would you recommend this over a PS4 Pro?" And to be honest with you, the answer is it's completely different to what the PS Pro does. The PS Pro is similar to the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Whereas the Nintendo route is always going to be completely different to what PlayStation do or what Xbox do. If you're a Zelda fan, if you're a Mario fan, and you like those sort of niche, because they are niche titles, aren't they? The Mario games and a lot of the Nintendo exclusives.
I wouldn't say niche at all.
No, they're very popular, aren't they? Especially with kids and stuff.
I don't mean popular. They're niche because it's a Nintendo. That's what I mean in my eyes. That if you like Nintendo games as a whole, then you'll love this console. If you've never been into, I'm not a Mario fan, it's not going to change you, I don't think. But no, I'm well chuffed with it.
And you can play it on the toilet.
Yeah, well, I haven't done that yet.
Just for me
if
personally,
I could have done that with Final Fantasy, I'd have been happy on multiple occasions.
I'm not playing Zelda on the toilet for you, Webby.
No, I mean for me though, I was just a bit surprised at the price of the console because all the rumours and speculation, the game was going to be, sub £200, and even GameSeek, let people pre-order it for 198 quid when it was announced, and then they had to honour those prices for the people that pre-ordered it, up front. And then, because I was on the fence about it, and then the price came out, I was like, oh, fucking hell, it's just a bit too much for me.
Yeah, but wasn't the Vita like 220 something pound when that come out?
It was still 180 now, the Vita. They're not cheap if you can find them.
I don't know, the Vita,
3DS.
I think I paid 100 quid for my Vita.
What, new?
Yeah.
It's not a Vita though, is it? It's not just a handheld.
No.
Let's get away from that. It's a lot more than that.
No, and I'm not saying that because, I was so close to actually buying a Switch on Friday because obviously I'm a sucker for new consoles and I really enjoyed them and I really wanted to play the new Zelda, in the way that it was aimed at, but I'm going to hold off for a while, see how it goes and stuff, I think, and,
stuff. I think you'd love it.
My other thing was the fact of, personally myself, I've got so much to play at the moment.
Yeah.
I just haven't got the time to sink into like another sort of 100+ hour game. Everything. I will probably definitely pick one up down the line. I'm just sort of like holding off from the sort of like the mad rush at the start.
Definitely. I'm the same as you, Darren. I've got so much to play on my PS4 and my Xbox and my PC at the moment. I can't keep up. You got
Ghost Recon out next week as well.
Yeah, Ghost Recon on Tuesday. It's just like, and I know I want to sink a lot of hours into that. So
there's a lot of people like me though don't have those two consoles and have been pretty dry when it's been dry when it comes to big games like this. So a lot of us have been really looking forward to this.
Yeah, no, that's and that's great. And I'm so happy that. I was seeing people putting pictures up and being really excited. And that, as someone who normally gets every single console, like that feeling on launch day of picking up a console, you just can't beat it. It's just such a great feeling. And I was just so happy for everybody who had that feeling on Friday. I just feel like I missed out a little bit, but, just hanging on. The
other thing as well that I will say on this console, which I have been surprised because don't forget I have got the Xbox One and I've got the PS4, is that when I switched it on, it had a tiny little update done.
Nice.
It straight away. Not like the PS4 or the Xbox One where you sat there for 2 hours while you're waiting to do the bloody update.
It tells you switched me off wrongly last time, so I'm going to take longer than usual.
Yeah, and did you find that the front end was very simple? It's
slick.
It's slick, yeah.
I think what they've learned. This is if you remember opening your box, your Wii U box, it was just so many wires and stuff in it, and you're like, "What's that for? What's that for?" This one, it's like that goes there, that goes there. It's
Yeah.
really, really simple, really straightforward.
Mhm.
Setting it up is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
I mean, what else was pretty cool? You made up your icon, and then if you scanned in an amiibo that you already had, your old GameCube, no, your own Wii U amiibo picture came over and stuff.
Yep.
It's just really, really simple, minimal, and it's and
Pick up
we,
and play. Pick up
well, we
and
haven't talked
play,
about the
Dan.
friend codes, have we?
Oh yeah, go on. They're back again. But even though,
well,
the thing I find odd about these
hold
friend
on.
codes is, Dan, is I made a gamer tag for my Switch. Why aren't they using those? Or is that coming with an
hold on.
update?
I'll let me get a word in edgeways.
Sorry.
Okay. This is the thing. Anyone can have any gamer tag they want in this. You are bound by the Switch, by the friend code more than anything else.
Yeah.
So if you want to be Lone Wolf, 1986, because all you do is sit in a basement.
You only get a 10-character limit.
He has to be specific, doesn't he?
No, I went on the site to register my name, and I got like as far as it would go, and I'm like, what?
What was
Is
that?
it? 10 limited characters. Plus
Okay,
Yeah, I was a bit pissed off on that.
Lone Wolf 86 is 10 characters.
it could have if you have it all as one word without the proper.
Or you
spacing.
just be called Lone Wolf, for example.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's fine. Everyone can have what they want. It's great.
So you could have like multiple lone wolves then.
Yes, you can.
I don't like that.
Okay, so when you go gaming online, anyway, when you want to be friends with someone, there's two ways of going about it. You put in a friend code that sends them a message saying, "Do you want to be friends?" And then all you got to do is press yes, and it's done. Or you can go online, anyone you game with online. So with Bomberman, for example, anyone I've seen online play, I can send a request and ask to be their friend.
Friends.
So it's another step. It's not like how it is in PS4 or Xbox One. You need an element. I suppose there's an element of parental control and control over this. There's no game at all yet,
Nintendo, and that,
which is understandable. They want to keep their playing platform, suitable, family friendly, and not have some little toe rag yelling racist abuse down the microphone or sending messages. Just keep it innocent and friendly, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, but that's good as well because I get it. I used to get it on the Xbox One. And I've had it on the PlayStation 4 now. Is you get stupid things where you get someone send you a message. I'll get some free coins if you sign up for FIFA or follow this link so you can get free games or it's like, oh, for God's sake, I don't want any of this crap because somehow you've worked out how to get what my username is. Whereas
PlayStation's notorious for that now compared to the Xbox. Every time I turn my PlayStation on, I've got proper group chats going on with people trying to sell me crap. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I noticed that. It never used to be on the PlayStation.
I've never had any of them.
Oh, I'm getting it bad. It was even in the news about that on the PlayStation. So
that's because we don't like speaking as people on PlayStation Switch. That's what we're like.
I mean, the Xbox was bad for a while. I still get it on the Xbox. I get random people just message me saying, join, get these clubs or whatever. And as you say,
I don't know if there either.
Well, I get it on both. Maybe I'm a popular guy or something. I don't know. But there we go. But no, it's good.
Left out now.
Oh, bless.
We'll send you some.
Anyway, we've had a question on the Twitch stream from Dark Demon who says, "Have we got online play with these games, or is it just couch co-op?"
Yes, there is online play.
Bomberman.
Yep, I've played Bomberman. You can have 4-player Bomberman on there.
Online?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, online. Yeah, online, and you can have 4-player locally or 8-player locally as well.
That's
so
cool.
if you've got 4 sets of Joy-Cons or 8 little sticks, you can have an 8-player game, either on the little tiny screen or on a bigger screen. You can plug
Bomberman local play is the best way to play.
It's funny. I was playing it earlier.
What I don't get about Bomberman is it was a great game back in the day, and I'm sure it's great on the Switch. But I don't understand why they've not released these games on the 360 or the One or anything like that.
Who would buy it?
I would if it was a tenner.
Would you?
I thought it was exclusive, though. I thought it was exclusive.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
Nintendo.
It's exclusive, and I think it's probably honestly, I think it's a perfect fit for the way that what they're trying to do with the console now. So it's the whole multiplayer. As I was saying earlier, it's the whole multiplayer aspect. It's local and online, and I think that's what gaming really needs at the moment. It needs some, competitive multiplayer games, and we've moved on from the Wii crowd now, which was very casual. Now we've got to a point where people are, in their 30s and 40s who have an element of spending power and who may have not picked up a console, may have become, being absolute stoners back in the day when the students playing nothing but, Bomberman, Mortal Kombat, Mario Kart, like I used to do, GoldenEye and all that. And that's what, this console is aiming at. It's obvious. And there's going to be an awful lot of people out there with those good memories willing to maybe give this a go. I mean, to me, gaming's moved so far now. It's all about 4K and speeds and power, and it's like what's the game on? What's the game? Well, if you get this console and put it in this this game in it, and it would run this better, blah blah blah. What's the fucking game? What is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's no good having the power and the everything else if the game itself isn't great.
If I'm being honest with you, was it Horizon Zero Dawn come out? Is that how we say it properly?
Yeah.
I know fuck all about this. All I hear about is if it's better running on the Pro or not. That's all I've heard.
And how well it looks on 4K.
Exactly. I know nothing about the game. Nothing at all. I've heard some people say it's a fantastic looking game. Well, what does it play like? Does it play like dog shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it.
And we just sat here for
much,
half an hour chatting about the depth of Zelda, haven't we?
Well, a lot of the things you're actually saying in Zelda are in Horizon as well, so I can understand a few of the comparisons, like the animal hunting and things like that, and potion making.
Yeah. But I think with Zelda, though, mate, it's the way it's drawn. It's it's not trying to be a top end running game. It's not trying to look realistic or anything like that. It's
got its own art style.
It's an art style. It's like someone's drawn the world for you.
It looks amazing.
Straight away, it's going to be a classic like Wind Waker. It's a timeless classic. You can go back to that. It doesn't date. This game is not going to date. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way it's drawn.
A bit like Ni no Kuni.
It looks phenomenal.
It's like the Ghibli studio films,
Yeah, you're right. You're right there. It's it just looks phenomenal, and it's timeless. It will be, and it plays. If you want to go somewhere, off you go. If you want to go to the top of the mountain, off you climb. Are you not strong enough? Work on it, and you'll get there.
Wow.
It's
quality.
Do you know what I'm truly waiting for, though, Dan? Didn't you?
What's Final Fantasy?
No,
on the Switch.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That will come, mate. That's coming.
It definitely will do.
That's coming, mate.
Guarantee.
And Metroid is coming. They've said they're making another Metroid. So
yeah, Monster
They're
Hunter
finally
needs
making a new Metroid.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see the new engine for Monster Hunter rather than it running on 12, 14-year-old hard engine sort of thing.
So when is Mario Kart out?
Couple of weeks, isn't it?
End of April.
Oh, you know what? I get my bonus at the end of April.
There you go.
Oh, I think I might buy a Switch.
When's Splatoon 2? Is that August time?
Seriously, if Webby, if everyone in your office has Switches and has Mario Kart, imagine the parties.
Oh, no, it'll be a Mario Kart
take your
party in
Switch
the office. I know, it'll be awesome.
Anyway.
Oh, guys, I've got to shoot now.
Oh,
Don't
mate.
mind.
Okay, man.
Is that all right?
no,
Sorry
Yeah,
about
go for
that.
Alex. Yeah.
Thanks for having us on again, guys.
No worries,
Yeah,
mate.
cheers.
Cheers later. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it looks cool, man. And I'm just playing some trailers on the Twitch stream at the moment of all the games that are coming out.
The thing is, all the negativity I've heard so far is people who aren't buying it. And
I think there's a little aspect of jealousy that people aren't getting it.
Yeah. All I see, right, negativity is because why can't they just release it on the Xbox? That's what I get, or the PlayStation.
Because Nintendo have never done that with their
That's right. Yeah.
That's why exclusives exist, to let people buy machines, make people buy those machines, because you'll only have that experience on that machine. That's what an exclusive is, like a proper exclusive.
The trouble we've got is everyone is negative at the moment about everything. I mean,
the thing is, Stanley, that's social media for you, mate. You just got not to let it get to you too much.
Yeah. It does annoy me because it's like the PS Pro came out and everyone's slagged off. Oh, it's just a piece of crap. Oh, it's useless. And at the moment, we're now getting it with the Xbox Scorpio. Oh, the Xbox Scorpio's coming out. It ain't got no exclusives. But it will have. It's going to have these bits and bobs. I mean, when the Scorpio comes out, I'm not going to buy one because realistically, I'm not got the money to buy one anyway, not with the Switch now. But I'm not going to go on the day of launch and go, oh, you've made a bad mistake there, mate. Oh, that's a piece of shit, that is. Because I've not played it. I've not got one. I'm not going to... It's a new piece of technology. It might not be for me, but it's part of the world of gamers. If people turn around and say, right, no more Nintendo tomorrow, all we're going to have left is PlayStation and Xbox, the world would be a dull place.
Just Call of Duty over and over again, regurgitated every year. Call of Duty and FIFA.
And people will still buy it.
I mean, if Sega came back tomorrow, I'd be rejoiced, because it'd be another manufacturer come back into the fold with another console, which could then bring out different games again. If they don't work, it doesn't work. But
I would have actually loved.
Negative.
Yeah, I would have actually loved to have seen Sega and Nintendo team up to make a console together.
Well, if Sega make enough games for the Switch, technically.
Well, yeah, they're back into. It's quite mad, isn't it, really, to think that Sega are actually they're in now with Nintendo, considering both of them. Well,
you got
they've been all over, because they were the ones who basically developed the best gaming controller of all time in the 360. Aren't they? I believe it was like Sega people that were behind that.
But just rejoice. If a new console comes out, then enjoy it. Even if you can't afford it, or you haven't got the money for it, don't be jealous. Just be pleased that a new piece of tech's come out, and you got the chance to play it.
I think it'll be interesting to see how the Switch is by Christmas time, because then there'll be a lot more games out. They'll be doing the bundle deals as well.
The whole kind of system, the service will be operational. So at the moment, there's no paid for service, and that will be kicking in. Well, I don't think it's going to be too much by the end of the year.
I think it's supposed to be cheaper than the other two, isn't it? So
so you're looking at about £10 a month or something like that, probably. I don't know, £10 a month, less than that. £10, £2-3 quid a month, I guess. £3-4 quid a month. I don't know. Depends. It depends, and there'll be bulk deals anyway. But by then, also you'll have other benefits. You'll probably have streaming TV services available on it, and all sorts. And then it's. I mean, I haven't bought a SD card for it yet, but I will be getting one soon. So I've been keeping an eye out what's useful, and I haven't got any need for it yet at the moment. But sooner or later I will.
It seems strange that you can't actually save your games onto the SD card.
Yeah, that's a bit of an annoying thing. That's the only thing that is annoying. If you do lose your console, or if it gets stolen, or if it breaks, then you think, if I played 30 hours of Zelda and then it just locks up and dies and never works again, I've lost 30 hours of progress. But maybe there could be a patch or something that happens at some point in the future. I don't know.
No doubt. I mean, also, you've got to I was actually thinking this, because this is, in my opinion, a new Nintendo handheld more than an actual games console, like for your home sort of thing. Every one of Nintendo's handhelds goes through about 2 or 3 different iterations. So I'm actually wondering if in like a year or two we see like a different version model of it.
Yeah, maybe.
New colours, or an XL version with a bigger screen
in pink or something.
I don't know, but I don't think they'll be changing the size of the Joy-Cons. I think they're here to stay.
No, it'd be. I think that'd be too much of a arsing about with the like trying to get new ones. Yeah. Like, you need these Joy-Cons for this system. You want the old ones. The size would stay the same, I believe. But
cool.
So is that everything on the Switch?
I think so.
Okay, I just want to mention a couple of bits of news. Well, one bit of news this week. Microsoft are now doing a new rental service coming out this year called Game Unlimited. It's going to be £8 a month or $10 a month, where it's going to be like EA Access. So basically, it gives you a library of games you can just download onto your console and play, as long as you're paying for the service. I think it's a pretty cool idea for those people that don't buy the latest games on day one. I'll be quite interested to see what games actually go on there, but they are saying it's going to have over 100 games in the library to begin with, and they'll be adding more and more all the time.
It looks quite good. It's like Netflix, isn't it, for video games?
It's not streamed, which is good. Yeah. Like, that's the worst thing about PlayStation now, is it was shitty streaming.
Yeah.
Like, this actually allows you like to download them and then play them, and then obviously after your time or whatever. But Are they going to get rotated in and out? Like
apparently
No,
so.
stuff?
What? Or is it going to stay? I don't know, but I've heard
I think
rumours that they
they're
might
going to add to
rotate.
them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that said, I mean, I think we've been long enough in the tooth to be around the Xbox 360 days to say that I've got a shitload of games in my library. Thanks to backwards compatibility and I've got Xbox Live Gold that I will never play, and I let it sit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like it's great, it's fantastic. I'm not going to buy it because I've got no need for it because I've got all that content already.
I think this is more likely for parents of kids that have got the console or people who haven't really got that much money to sort of like throw away and spend on games. You can just spend like technically you could basically be like, "Here, son, is an Xbox, is a year's worth of Xbox Live, and is a year's worth of subscription to the game service. Don't ask me for any games. There they all are.
Yeah,
take your pick."
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, like as I say, like for people like us who are hardcore, we've probably played 95% of the games that are going to be available on the service anyway. So
I think someone put up a list. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on the preview of it, and I was looking through all the games that were available, and I had access to all but 3 of them. So, it was a lot of new stuff there. Not old, sorry, a lot of old stuff there. Both
it's in its infancy, though, isn't it? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even out. It's only out for the alpha testers on the Xbox One.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it'll be interesting. I think it's interesting anyway. So I thought I'd bring that up. Just talking about Nintendo stuff, I did actually fire up my Wii U yesterday because I thought, you know what, I'll fire that up.
System update.
Yeah, I had a system update, didn't take very long. Played a little bit of Zelda Wind Waker, and played some Mario 3D World because I never finished that. Still good. And obviously after last week's show as well, I just wanted to say, obviously we're talking about these retro games. I went and played Metal Slug 3 and XX on the 360. The backwards compatible on the Xbox One. Still great games. And then obviously with these SNK games that just came out on the Switch, the Xbox One and the PS4, the original Metal Slug was on there. So I downloaded that, and oh my god, it's still great. I rinsed it. Go on.
I was playing Metal Slug 3 with Nathan just before I came on the podcast.
Nice.
I had to get that in there, otherwise he'll moan at me. But yeah, we got through about 4 or 5 missions on it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Do you know what I love about it? It was punching above its weight so much, and when it starts slowing down, you just know that back in the day when they were pushing that hardware as much as they can, I was like, yes, that SNK games. I mean, I played some King of Fighters 98 as well last night. I bought that for about £6.
Cool.
That's awesome. It's absolutely brilliant. The only problem is that the Joy-Con controls aren't that good for it because doing all the moves is a bit troublesome. And then the other one I got was Wacka Wacka 7 or Waku Waku 7.
That's
another beat 'em up.
actually that's the really really rare Hudson Soft, I believe, fighting game for the on the cartridge. That's blooming expensive. There was another one,
£6.29.
Because these are also available on all the consoles, aren't they, as well? All these SNK games?
Most of them, I think.
Yeah, because on the Xbox, I picked up Metal Slug, and there was a few others on there as well. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, because Metal Slug was the only one I picked up, so...
Yeah, they're amazing. I remember someone had a Neo Geo back in the day, and you're looking at about £100 for a cartridge, a new game. But you knew it was special though when you got it and you played it. And you were like, it's like having an arcade at home.
So they
exactly
released,
what it was.
They released 4 on the Xbox One. Nam 1975, Metal Slug, Turf Masters, and World Heroes.
Okay, that's on the Switch. That one, World Heroes.
Cool.
We've got Metal Slug 3, Wacka Wacka 7, Shock Troopers, and World Heroes, I think, and King of Fighters 98, which is fucking awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to more of those coming along because to me they're like expensive craft ale kind of game. So rather than have like a punk IPA, I can get an SNK game.
How much
that
work
for an hour or two?
It was Sunsoft, not Hudson Soft. Sorry.
How How much were they on the Xbox and the PlayStation, Webby? Because they were
£6.39
£6.20 on the
Same.
£6.39 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
the pricing's the same then. So
Yeah.
they have... Right, that's
Do you get
cool.
Chivos?
Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay.
I've got 900 gamer score on Metal Slug. Because I was just
It wouldn't.
playing it
Not
so
that it matters
much.
anymore.
Oh
No,
man.
It
doesn't
wouldn't
matter anymore, does
surprise
it?
me if this isn't down to like obviously the revitalization of the actual company SNK, and they're sort of obviously trying to get their stuff out on as many platforms as possible.
Well, they should do because they're.
Well, the
they've got
games are there; it gets some extra money, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're excellent software library. It's fantastic. I'm going to get the other two SNK games. I will do at some point when I'm obviously probably half inebriated with a credit card in my head.
With any luck, they'll release like a little handful of games every month or something.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
fantastic.
I really love those games.
There's so many more good ones like Ninja Commando and
I'll rinse that.
stuff
I'll
like
rinse
as
my
well.
credit
Some
card.
of the rare ones.
Awesome.
I don't know if they've ever released a SNK. You know, like they did on the PlayStation 2, and you get a whole collection full of all the games. I don't know if they've ever done that for the SNK. I know they did on the Wii.
They did on the PS. I've got one on the PSP actually, a Neo Geo collection on the PSP.
I think there was.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there was a PSP, and I think there was one on the original Wii as well.
So there's Metal Slug. There's Metal Slug on the Wii because I've got that here, which is the anthology, whatever we call it.
Anthology.
Anthology, that's the word.
Anthology. I'm looking at my Wii games at the moment. I may have got rid of it when I was having a bit of a cut down, but there was an SNK compilation disc for the Wii. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let me just have a butcher's.
I'm looking at the moment. Solid Colours. Fucking that was shit. Oh, got it here. Yes, SNK Arcade Classics on the Wii.
Oh.
That will play on the Wii U as well. Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury, King of Monsters.
Baseball Stars 2 is amazing.
Magician Lord, Metal Slugs on there, Neo Turf Masters, Samurai Showdown, Zeguku, Shock Troopers. Oh man. Oh, I forgot I had this. I 16.
Baseball Stars 2.
Oh, and I can use the GameCube controller as well, and the classic controller. Oh fuck yes. Fuck yes.
There you go.
You sound like some bloke who's just found his old long lost porn collection.
And the disc is inside the case. Ah!
Oh, I found. God, that goes for 30 quid. That does.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm just looking it up on eBay. I was just thinking I might pick it up myself, but £30.
Is Top Hunter out on the old plastics yet? Because that's another really good one.
Don't know, man. I don't give a shit. I'm playing this tonight.
There's one that's appeared on eBay, 99p. I'm going to keep an eye on that. No one bid on it, please.
What's that? What you found?
The actual copy that you've got. There's one on eBay on an auction
For £99.
No, 99p at the moment. So I'll put a bid on that.
Well, why are you saying that on the fucking podcast? When's it stop?
Oh, it finishes tonight.
Oh, that's all right. Whoever's on on the live stream, don't do that. Or pump it up for Paul. Go on.
They also put it out on the PS2 as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was probably on most.
Oh,
you got one on PlayStation, one on PSP, one on Wii.
Cool.
Yeah, the PSP.
There we go.
PSP
That's it.
Would be better actually, because flipping hell, that goes for even more, 70 quid.
And lastly, just before we end, I just want to say I've been playing shitloads of Rainbow Six this week, so people please join me. It's been awesome times. And a free game came out on Xbox One and the PS4 as well, Final Fantasy 15 A King's Tale. Side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's pretty cool.
Is it homoerotic?
No, it's fighting. It's pretty cool.
I'm out then.
And I just want to say to Stunty, and I know that Alex isn't here, that I also played some Time Pilot and R-Type this week as well. Fucking awesome game.
Which one did you play? R-Type 1?
I played them both.
What do you mean played them both?
R-Type 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, right.
Because then if it's a 360 version, it has, like, you can choose between two games, so... Yeah, and Hand of Fate, if you've not played that yet, still, it's great. I'm now on the final boss, so I should hopefully do that this week. Still brilliant, so... Switch, did you want to add anything?
What I've been playing?
Just very, very quickly.
Division, new update.
I don't know how to get into that new update. I went into the dark zone, went to this new area, and then that was it.
It's basically added a load of PvP team-based combat.
Yeah, but where do you find that? I don't understand where
You
it
don't
is.
want to, mate. It's just fucking capture the flag shit PvP in Division, which wasn't needed, and that's the last DLC pack as well. PvP, great.
Meh.
And they've basically fucked up a load of people's skills and shit. Like if you want any of your skills to do anything half decent now, you need to reduce obviously your firepower and defense by putting it into skill power. So basically, it was fine as it was, and now I can't be bothered with that game anymore. It's
Well, it's all
fucking
about
pretty much
Ghost
dead
Recon
to
from
me.
Tuesday, so.
Yeah. Well, it seems silly that was their way to try and at least retain a few players rather than just sort of drive a lot of people away by fucking shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know why they done it, but hey. And obviously, I will say Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking awesome game.
Is it good?
I will say, I know you don't want to hear it, it's probably the best looking game I've ever seen. Like, hands down.
Say what you want, mate.
Yeah, the weather effects and everything in this game, like the tessellating god rays or whatever the hell it is, like the way the sun glints through trees and everything, it just looks absolutely incredible. The photo mode in it's actually pretty cool as well, so you can sort of like pause the game pretty much in most of the areas where you are, and then you can like move the camera around, zoom in and out, change like the color balance, change the time of day that it is in game, all sorts of things like that. It is, like you said earlier on, it's very Zelda-esque. You're basically going around obviously open sort of like terrain hunting like these giant mechanized dinosaurs basically that range from sort of like your raptor-esque types to your T-Rex to your giant alligators. You've got big flying hawks and a few other things that you'll see for the first time and you'll just think, no, I'm not going to bother with you yet, mate, because if you go charging into combat with a lot of these type of games, you will get just torn to shreds. You need to sort of like scan them, find their weaknesses, try and find another approach, use your traps and all your abilities to their best as you can. I mean, nothing's more satisfying than laying down a kick-ass trap for something, whistling it over and just watching it bowl straight into the traps and then firing off a few shots to finish it. Then you obviously like scavenge it. You can make things out of all the bits you pick up and everything else like that. If you've obviously got a PS4, I think you're doing yourself a bit of a disservice if you don't pick it up at some point.
Okay, I have got my eye on it. Don't worry. I was a bit flippant earlier, but that's mainly in response to.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
suppose
fine.
the whole kind of concept of how gaming's moving in one direction at the moment, which is kind of leaving me behind. But anyway, yeah.
If you've got an HDR television as well and you've got the Pro, like this is the game to show off HDR and what it can actually do to enhance games properly. Yeah, I've put about sort of like 25, 30 hours into it so far, which is like quite shocking considering I've only had it since like, what was it, Tuesday or something. But yeah, just really, really enjoying it. Sort of a thing.
Wicked.
So, yeah, definitely check it out. It's also got probably one of the most beautiful looking cities I've ever seen in a game as well. Where I was just sort of sat there just looking at this place like, wow. The amount of times I've had to hold back off like posting pictures and stuff on Twitter of like vistas and views and stuff. But it's just best if you obviously see them for yourself, like first point. I will say as well, the storyline is pretty cool and it does go in some pretty interesting directions. The lore building is really good for the different sort of tribes dotted around the landscapes, the landscapes do vary. You've got like snowy areas, deserty areas, like foresty areas. And if you delve into like a lot of the items you find, there's a wealth of like backstory and lore to a lot of things that go on, like the different tribes' religions, their practices, who brought these things into their law and who enforces them and stuff. It's really interesting. It's like really well done. But yeah, I could go on for ages, but I'll probably babble on about it another time when we've got a bit more time and I've obviously put a lot more into it.
Awesome. Okay, so just going to go through the very few questions on Facebook and then end. So, Nikki Wilson says the Switch eShop hasn't got GameCube games on it yet, but when it does, what GameCube games would you like to get?
Rogue Squadron, Star Wars game.
Origin of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was on GameCube. That was
No.
N64.
Yeah, but there is a version of the GameCube.
Yeah, right,
I've got it here.
I don't know really. It's
Eternal
GameCube
Darkness.
Yeah,
might be a bit dated now. Eh?
I'm looking over at my GameCube games. I haven't got many at the moment because I've scaled back. But
GameCube.
Mario Kart Double Dash was
Time
fucking great.
Splitters 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure really. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I've got that. That's a good game.
Enter the Matrix. I loved that game back in the day on the GameCube.
Oh,
that was proper shite. That was.
That wasn't shite. It was good. Well, there was two, wasn't there? One of them was shit, and the other
For
one.
some reason, I've got what's this? I've got a copy of FIFA on the GameCube. 2003. Jesus Christ, burn it.
Well, don't burn it. I'll have the case.
Fiver.
Oh, F-Zero GX, definitely.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
that was a
I
great
want
game.
that as well. I haven't played that in ages.
I've got loads of games here on the GameCube. Burnout. What we've got? Crazy Taxi, Sonic Heroes, 18-wheeler, PN03. Anyone remember that?
No, Star Fox
wasn't
Assault.
that Sega PN03?
Yeah, that was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. No, it wasn't. It was Capcom.
Capcom.
Oh, Capcom.
Capcom, sorry. Yeah, Capcom. Capcom.
They make capes, you know.
Dragon's Lair. Starsky and Hutch. I remember that. God, that was bad.
There we go. Yeah, you got the list there. Just tell them.
Luigi's Mansion. Now that would be good to play again.
It would be. It would because we never had really. Although it was on the 3DS, it deserves being brought back to on a bigger screen.
And also the Star Wars games are really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they were really good. They, to be honest, I still get them out every now and again and playing because they're still good. Got Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
That's bloody rare as well. That is.
That's
I sold my copy of that.
Easily the best copy of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Right.
That's our shopping list.
Okay. Next question. From Paul Johnson, do you think there will be any bundles near Christmas, and who's waiting for them, and what game will you want bundled?
Yes, there will be bundles, and there will be download codes probably, and you can have 1-2 Switch. No.
I reckon at Christmas they'll do a bundle with Zelda.
Yeah, it will come.
Yeah.
It'll be a download code though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I've noticed they've started doing that bullshit with like the games that are bundled in. That's why I hardly ever bother.
Yeah.
The Monster Hunter one I got though with the Wii U, that was like a physical copy.
Nice. That's because the Wii
Cool.
U has no space to hold anything. Lols. Right, next question is Tom Harding. Reviews and general reception seems to be better than the Wii U. Based off the current media since launch, do you guys think this is a success or failure for Nintendo? Personally, it appears to be more of a success to me.
Yeah.
I think at the start it definitely is, yeah.
I'd say so. There's an element. There's one particular website who has been posting nothing but clickbait, negative articles about it. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, you get a few like that.
It's a type of journalism as it exists now. Clickbaiting, it's
sort of people
bollocks,
that
basically.
be like, "Oh, this drops 1 FPS."
Yeah,
Right.
there's
You're
an
like,
element of that. But then, these things are designed to generate traffic to sites in order to get advertising revenue. So, I mean, I think the best thing you could probably do with this console is try and play it yourself and make your own mind up.
Yeah.
There's definitely an element of that. There's definite drawbacks out the box which you can alleviate by buying peripherals if you need to. Although it's not gonna ruin your experience in any way. Not doing that. It's just give it a go. I mean, if it's you go for it. But it's a gamer's game console. It's not. Well, it's a game. It's not a gamer's console. It's a multiplayer console. It's not like a PC rig or a PS Pro or anything like that, or an Xbox Scorpio. It's something that you get out and you play with people with you, and that's what I'm crying out for. That's what I want, and that's what a lot of people I think want out there, because gaming's passed them by. It's jumped over them. You're going to get an ever smaller decreasing circles of fucking people plugged into the Matrix. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see what Akihabara is actually going to be like on their gaming days, because obviously they used to have, like, I think it's Sunday actually, where all the people they close the roads off and everyone meets up and does like handheld multiplayer gaming. And obviously this week they're going to all be there with their Switches and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, playing Bomberman. Or 1-2 Switch.
Okay, this is a good question though, and it does harken to people. Why are the games so expensive?
Because everything is on launch. Blimey, don't you remember the Xbox One?
How expensive are the games?
£60.
No, they're
not.
Dude,
they are if you pay...
Zelda, I cannot find it cheaper than £60 on either the Wii U or the Switch.
Have you looked on Amazon? I got it for £46.
I got it for £40 from Shop 2.
Well,
there you go.
Well,
sorry, guys.
This is the Wii U version. I mean, the Zelda Special Edition came for, that was 80, wasn't it? But then that was special. 1-2 Switch was 34. I paid for that.
Yeah, same here. £34 paid for that.
The thing is, though, Nintendo games have always been notorious for being expensive and then never dropping in price.
Well, you got to think as well. Like you said, £60 for a game. Like I remember Super Nintendo games that were about 59, 60.
Yeah.
49, £60. Sorry.
Yep. And I think this is the thing. A lot of Nintendo games are built to last as well. I mean, so many people these days just rinse through stuff and they go down CEX and go on to the next game and rinse repeat. These ones, you're going to get tons of mileage out of Zelda. Party game 1-2 Switch, yeah, it is what it is. It's something you pick up and you play with friends occasionally. Bomberman, it's got a single player mode on it, which I've played for a bit. Shallow as a puddle, but the strength is in the multiplayer, which you dig out periodically and you will trade on eventually, I suppose, after a time when you have no need for it. But again, they're games that last. Hence, they don't sell on quick. They don't.
So I'm just remembering one of the power-ups in Bomberman. Was it the glove where you could like punch one of your bombs over and it'd bounce over the edge of the screen into someone's area?
I've done that a few times this last couple of days.
Okay, last question from Paul Clark, who says, now some of you have got your Switch. Do you wish you had smaller hands? Winky face.
It's all right. It's all right in the palm of your hands.
When the actual Joy-Cons are disconnected from the actual main screen, they feel small. But when they're not, when they're connected to the actual main touchpad, they're fine.
Careful.
Yeah, they're fine. I don't have an issue. But it's when they're released and they're just on their own, going up and down. But they're a bit small, but you get used to them for anything.
It's like if you take the NES pads. I'm comparing size at the moment. They're a little bit. They're smaller than the NES pad.
But the NES pad was really small, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've got one in my hand at the moment, but it's smaller than that. But once you're hunched over the sofa and you're playing Bomberman, whatever, you know the buttons, and it's really, really straightforward and easy. It's not a problem. But yeah, I don't know. Bigger, smaller hands. Nah, I'm all right.
There we go. That's the end of the show. So thank you very much for coming on, everybody. It's been really interesting. Made me jealous all over again, but
yeah, you were slagging the Switch off last week as well.
Surely get one at some point. It looks cool. Admittedly, it does look cool.
I'll be interested to see what your work colleagues end up doing and how that plays in.
Oh, well, I'll let you know. I'll be chatting to them tomorrow, see how they've been getting on. Yeah. So, yeah.
Maybe buying one on Tuesday.
Yeah. I can't afford it, mate. No, I can't afford it, so it won't be happening. So.
Yeah, those savings.
I wish. I've got to save all my money for when Colin comes over, because that's going to be an expensive weekend. So.
It is, yeah. Oh, it's going to be mental. Should we bring our Switches along, Paul?
Yeah. Have we even mentioned that on the podcast yet, actually? about Colin coming
Have we?
over? I can't remember.
I think we
Dunno
have.
I think we did last week.
Did
I
we?
know there was a
Did
little
we?
talk last week about the
Mo's making an
thing.
announcement again. Mo's will make an announcement again.
Yeah. So when is it? 1st of April.
April, the 1st of April.
So the 1st of April, it's EGX Resd in London. Collie Wally's flying over from America, and we're having a meet up on the Saturday night. We haven't decided on the pub yet, but it's going to be near the event anyway. It's on the
It'll be
Tobacco
like 2 o'clock.
Docks in London.
We'll be low about if you're starting about 1-2 o'clock. It will, because in my experience of res, you can pretty much do it in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then get bored and then go down the pub and get pissed. So
Yep.
expect to see us all there. So everyone is welcome to come along, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
Yep, lots of drinking,
And maybe a curry.
maybe a curry,
Yeah.
definitely a
Oh, I
curry.
can't wait. Colin wants to drink me under the table again. It's going to be hilarious.
Lols.
Uh,
2 pints and he'll be on the floor.
no, in all credit, he matched me drink for drink. Unfortunately for him, he drank nothing but Kronenberg, which any seasoned drinker knows sends you a little bit doodah-dally.
It
Yep.
needs to be on the old still
Get him
out
some
twat.
Stella.
Yeah.
Get him some wife beater.
Oh, yeah, get him on Punk IPA. So a good old 5.6%.
What about the old Newcastle Brown Ale? That's supposed to send people a bit.
I don't know. It makes you
yeah.
sick, I always think.
Yeah, gives you a headache, that does.
Pissed.
Oh, we'll be all right. We'll find something. We'll find something new, a suitable local ale. Find a fellas pub or
Tanglefoot.
something. Tanglefoot's good, yeah. Yeah, good old.
Anyway, we need to end. Things to do. So thank you very much, everybody. So from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pins ID, Webby3on7. Stunty.
Paul.
No,
Oh.
I thought it was. No, it's you, Dan.
No, because it was Alex, but he's gone.
Oh, was it? Oh, right, okay. Click clock. It's stunty going out of here.
God.
Dan!
It's not me. I'm bloody lost. I know that.
Dan!
Is it me?
Yes!
Oh, Cinema Dan. Bye.
AdSense switch.
So thank you very much. Don't forget to visit the website mojo-interactive.net. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/Mojo Interactive. And follow us on Twitter at mojo_int. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.